I had this idea that, oh my God, where am I going to find all this kit, this talent? Where's the money going to come from? But actually what I found is that this audience are really happy to digest quite raw material.
Wahida, thank you so much for coming into the studio.
Thank you for having me.
From GB Mag, right? Before you explain what GB Mag is to our viewers, today we're going to talk about content, right? Because obviously in the name, mag, being magazine, you're doing a lot of video content now as well, right? So we'll talk about video content. I think off camera you were saying roughly it's about 20% that you're doing, but you want to up that. But for our audience, explain exactly what GB Mag is.
So GB Mag is the UK's only digital platform for international students. So we have 1 million international students in the UK. And I just realised there was a real gap in the market in terms of how they find information.
Yeah.
Not information about their academic studies and which university to go to, but about our culture, how Brits work, how it rolls in the UK. There's just nothing. They're left to their own devices. And you've got to bear in mind that a lot of these students are 19 when they arrive.
Young.
So they're young and they may have never travelled abroad. Certainly the majority have never lived abroad. Okay. So there's some challenges there.
Yeah, so you're letting them know exactly what way things run in the UK.
Yeah, and it's just those kind of nuances of culture, you know, lost in translation moments where you could just be left wondering why you're not so cool in class or
why is no one talking to me?
Why is nobody talking to me? Or, you know, it's just those nuances as well as the kind of the hard facts of UK and living here and studying here. Yeah.
Is there any social aspect, as in here's where you could go out, or and is there a security aspect of here's where it's safe? Does that come into it at all?
So the magazine, we do construct it a little bit like that. So all of the useful stuff, the ABC stuff, and then the frivolous fun stuff, because I think being in the UK as a student when you're 19 is as much about the adventure as it is about getting your A-class degree.
10% study, 90% going out.
Absolutely, going out. You know, they're like long-term tourists as well, so they're pinging around the UK. They want to experience the best of what we have to offer. So
of course,
we say that we're their best British friend. So it's kind of, what would your friend tell you? They give you the best insider information, like go to Scotland and do this. You know, we have St. Patrick's. You know, you don't have to be Irish. Everybody celebrates it.
Open for everybody.
Exactly, open for everybody. So it's really just giving them stuff that makes them feel like this is home. Whether that home here is for a year or 4 years or longer.
Right. So when it comes to actually getting this information out to the students, right? Magazine, I'm taking it, it's print.
It's not.
Okay,
we're very much consciously launched it as an online proposition with a very, you know, kind of heavyweight leaning to social media and building community.
Okay, so you were saying though 20% of it is video, right?
Yes.
And 80% of it is obviously written. You want to up your video percentage, right? But we know from a lot of like companies that we talk to that video isn't always the easiest thing to do, right? Because people, if you don't have a videographer at hand, like we do, and an editor at hand, it's someone you need to take on board, or it's outsourcing. You need cameras, you need somewhere to film, all those things, right? So how has it been for you? Because like you say you want to up with what is upping it? Is it doubling it, or is it?
It's not necessarily doubling it, it's just finding our content where the print marries with a bit of video content, or where it just works better as video content. And that can be the more humorous side as well. And when I initially thought, right, I really want to up my video content because I'm, you know, this is a Z generation, millennials. I had this idea that, oh my God, where am I going to find all this kit, this talent? Where's the money going to come from? But actually what I found is that this audience are really happy to digest quite raw material. So I'm just working with young talent, you know, still at film school or uni. And the content that we've done is, I would say, quite edgy, quite street, and that seems to go down really well with my audience. And we just inject quite a lot of humour. Not to say we're not going to tackle some more serious issues with video content, but right now we've done it around culture and Brits, and why we're so weird.
It's interesting though, because we always do say that it is the most important thing, that the actual content rather than the production is more important. It's more important what's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's boring content but it's produced really well, so that doesn't make it, no one's going to watch it anyway.
Yeah. They're just, I mean, it will be sliced as we need it, and I know we'll be doing content that will require more of a production element. But yeah, we just get comments like that, you know, this is a really funny video, and it's that classic YouTube fodder, Facebook fodder, 2 minutes, a minute and a half.
Yeah.
And that's working really well. But I don't think, I don't really at this stage have a vision that I want to up it 50-50 or 60-40, because I feel that there is a place for written content with my audience. They have so much to absorb, so much to learn, that they actually quite like to read stuff as well.
Okay. You've obviously done some research on that then, have you?
Nice.
Pulling out some facts.
No, I'm very privileged that I get access to a lot of international students through our university partners. We go in and we talk to them. I try and do a focus group every quarter, just so I know as well, like kind of, I haven't been to university for a while.
Okay.
And things have changed so dramatically that honestly from 6 months to 6 months, the sands are shifting, and because my audience is quite diverse in nationality, so you've got American students, Chinese students, students from the Middle East, they view things in very different ways.
Yeah,
Of course. Is there any social element that they can talk to each other, or is there anything like that that could possibly be like a support, not a support network, but you know what I mean? People
No, that's something I'm kind of funding, so I've just done a friends and family round, so I think that is very much in my vision, that I want to create quite a formidable community that supports and talks to one another. So that's definitely on the plans, and then also taking it offline and doing physical events.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, so got some really nice ideas to go forward, but I think you've got to walk before you can run.
Yeah, no, without a doubt. It must be difficult for parents of the students.
Incredibly.
Yeah, difficult for my parents. I was 28 when I was leaving there.
28.
But it must be actually really difficult for parents to see their daughter or son leave at 18, 19.
Yeah, because again, the culture plays out. If you take Chinese students, they make up quite a big percentage of our international student community. They're often the only child. Well, one child policy in China, so they're basically giving you their child to. So that's why universities are quite protective, and that's what gave me the idea that they need a lot of help and guidance, but in a cool way, in quite a relaxed way.
Yeah, not a pushy way.
No, the language that we use through our articles and the look and the feel of the website and everything we do is quite chatty, informal. Going back to that BBF, your best British friend.
That's quite cool. Well, look, thank you so much for coming in. Really appreciate it. I'm sure the audience like that too. So thank you so much for coming in.
All right, cheers.
Thank
Thanks
you.
so much for your
Thanks so
time.
much.
No
Thank
worries.
you.